And so it has been told that our world was once full of light.
My name is Tony Baez-Millan. I'm the writer-director of Myth. The idea came when Dorian Clevenger and myself started mixing up science fiction and mythology, including some of his own characters. And then a lot of different things started happening there, and things were just born out of a lot of different ideas clashing together. We finally settled down on the idea for Myth. It's just a really cool blend of sci-fi and mythology. Myth is the story of a lord, of a master of everything who creates his own creatures. He abuses them, he keeps them underground, and when a group of these creatures uprises, he really doesn't like it. So he prefers to get rid of every single one of them, or just about every single one of them, rather than give them their freedom and whatever is left of their humanity, because there is very little humanity, if any, left in him. It's a story about oppression, madness, and evil. One of the biggest challenges is once that screenplay is put down on paper and you realize the enormity of the task ahead of you, then you have to put the right team together. And then you have to make sure that that team is working together. So the biggest challenge was to make sure that we could get all the proper people sitting down in the same room and get everybody on the same page.
As a production designer, you're designing the look of a movie, the feel for it. What's very important at this stage is how are we going to do this? You can draw the craziest things, but they have to be doable within a few weeks. We needed essentially a set, a location where all of this is going to take place, which happened to be in a type of spaceship thing. We needed character designs, which there were many characters, 5 or 6 characters that followed the plot.
Yeah, working with Tony and Dorian was an excellent opportunity. I had the chance to bring everything that Dorian had created to the screen, working with his vision and having some creative leeway. We were able to make the nice translation between the two worlds.
Basically, the reason that we both got into this whole thing was sci-fi to begin with. I mean, we're huge Star Wars fans. We have a lot of the same aesthetic sort of ideas. Like we understand how the other guy works. And Dorian's obviously just an amazing fantasy artist. So when we got his room designs, we talked about trying to keep things, you know, to his sort of vision, and then okay, how can we do that within what's available here and with what the knowledge that the students have.
Not only did I have to run the shop and get everybody to keep them moving and going, you know, we had to construct the props and keep them within the creative vision of what Dorian was seeing. So that, in a sense, was a challenge, and especially for students to bring it up to that level. They are students, and you know they need a lot of direction, so you have to constantly be behind them, pushing them, telling them, you know, that's not there yet, that needs to be taken up a notch. You need to clean off this edge, you know, in order to make that translation. You know, this needs to be dirty. But everybody did a great job. I mean, I can't really. We had about 30 people, maybe more, working on this film at any given time, between the sculptures and the molds and all the props and the throne and the the air purification unit on the wall. I mean, there was a lot of work to be done. And it was the collaborative efforts of many semesters all together, along with the film school. So it was a great opportunity for everyone.
I think Myth is a complete team effort. It's the type of movie where you need as many people supporting your craft and your vision that you can possibly get your hands on. We had a very large crew for a project like this, but we needed that large crew. The key to that working is that everybody has to be on board and realize what it is that they bring to this universe. And this was a real team effort from start to finish, from conception to development to production to post-production. A lot of people were involved, and a lot of people were instrumental in making this happen. It was just a fantastic crew of people to be around.